Love to see it. You love to see it. Steelers taking care of business 21-14. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. You already know what time it is. A lot to unpack, man. Both good and not so good in the game, but as a whole, the name of the game is score more points than the other team, man. Find a way to win the daggone game. I don't care about all of the details. Just find a way. And that's what they did today, man. Unorthodox approach, right? 5 turnovers forced in the game. Shout out to all 5 of them as well, because clearly we needed them. If one of those go the opposite direction, we obviously know that outcome that ended very different. But just like last week, right? We said we couldn't undo some of the turnovers, regardless if they were self-inflicted or not. We couldn't undo those. So same way this week. We don't apologize for creating turnovers. You don't apologize for if another team isn't as disciplined or doesn't, exemplify great ball security. You take advantage of those mistakes, man. And in today's game, it was literally keeping points off the board multiple times in the red zone, multiple times, heck, in the end zone, coming up with very, very timely turnovers, man. That's what you want to see. I will say this, man. I thought defensively we did play a lot better in terms of the pass rush. There were still some moments where it was like, man, for this to be the highest paid defense, I thought that we still were lacking in certain areas. But I will say, man, based on these first 3 games, I do feel like we had a lot more control this go around than in those previous 2 games, which we know, 30 plus points, 100 plus on the ground. That's not so cool. But I thought today, man, we definitely did a way better job of just keeping a lid on it, right? And making sure that we didn't allow too many explosive plays. Now, Drake May still made some plays. And to me, man, when you talk about Drake May, if you've watched him, especially early this season, he's had games where, not even games, just within the same game. It's like, man, he had moments where he's like, yo, this dude looks nice. And then moments where you're kind of scratching your head. That's a part of, who he is at this stage. But that's also, I thought, what was reflected in this game, where you could see some of the highs and some of the lows from him and what he particularly brings to an offense. But to me, man, the way that we were able to rush the passer, I thought Nick Herbig was dynamite all game long. His ability to disrupt, his ability to win one-on-one. He had my man Will Campbell going through it over there, man, at the left tackle spot. That was really good to see, man, by him. And I just love the speed that he plays with. You watch him chasing the quarterback or him pursuing the play versus some of the others, and this dude is playing at a completely different speed than those other guys. And like I said, man, this is just a testament to Herbig, man, and who he is and his overall development right now. And why I'm super excited about watching this dude continue to make plays. He is lining up something special this year, man. You look at what he's been doing since he's been healthy. The production is there, man. So super excited. Glad he's with us. It was also refreshing to see the young boy Derek Harmon out there making plays early in the game, man. And we said him coming back would help out our defense. It would motivate guys like Keanu Benton and Y.A. Black to be more consistent, but also it's an upgrade in talent. It's an upgrade in physical presence and ability. That's why this dude was a first rounder. And we saw that versus the run and the pass. And he's only going to continue to get better with experience, with repetition. So that was a good thing to see from him. I also got to talk about my 5'5" brother. Shout out to Cole Holcomb. Made a little bit of a defensive adjustment, right? I know Terrell Lawson is the coordinator that everybody says, needs to be fired 30 times over. That's for another day. But if we're talking about today, you did see some of those little adjustments, man, where it was, man, all right, on your base personnel downs, or your first or your first and 10 run probability downs, get Cole Holcomb out there versus a Peyton Wilson, who we know did struggle a little bit with some of the more physical style runs versus Seattle, right? So we can see where Cole Holcomb literally on the first series forces a fumble, right? Kind of sets that tone, letting you know that, hey, man, this dude is a little bit more physical versus this part of the run. And it was good to see that, but it was also good to see that Terrell Lawson was even open to making those adjustments. We saw more of TJ Watt floating around, right? Rushing on the right side, pre-snap movement, lining up in the interior part of the D-line. So all the things that, we have mentioned or brought up at various points in times, you are seeing some of that get implemented. Now, to varying levels of success, but as a whole, this is a team that is actively trying to find the right combination, right? Or the right recipe, so to speak, to get this defense, offense, and special teams clicking the way that we want it to click. Now, in terms of offensively today, like what I saw from Rodgers, but at the same time, still thought he could have done some better things out there. The Spillane pick, he really didn't see my man. I'm like, yo, Bobby Spillane over that joint having a day. Pick, multiple tackles. He was having, I'm like, God, dog, man. Roger, you had to throw right to him, man. Come on, man. But you look at the DK touchdown pass, obviously the Calvin Austin touchdown pass. You feel really good about that. And that's the thing with Rodgers. You never feel like you're out of it. You never feel like, okay, even if you make a mistake or two, that it's too much to overcome. And that's something that we haven't really, had since Big Ben was here, honestly, right? So that was also refreshing to see that, hey, even with some of the back and forth, some of the lulls offensively, hey, man, when it was time to have it, yeah, they executed. They got the thing done. And, yeah, he's the calming presence. Even though he took some shots today, I thought O-line blocked well, but I still saw Rodgers take some shots. Some of that was, him hunting up some of those double moves, some of those longer developing routes. But as a whole, I think O-line continues to improve. Broderick Jones continues to improve. O-line, pass blocking wise, continues to improve. Now, we still got to get that run game better, and I thought that was better today too. But still, plenty of room to grow, man. But as a whole, you love to see it happening and the growth and the lessons being learned from victories, man. Way more fun than what we had last week, right? The whole week we got to go over here and act like we can't smile, act like we can't say anything happy because we lost. Now, we get to enjoy ourselves. So, here we go, Steelers, here we go. I feel good about it. Hopefully y'all do as well. But let me know in the comment section what stood out to you, what you liked about the game, or what you didn't like, even in the midst of them winning. I know some people can't enjoy it. So drop that in the comment section as well, because I appreciate every single one of y'all, all right? Don't forget to subscribe. And you already know, we got multiple podcasts this week, so make sure you tapping in, baby, because we got to talk about this one even more. But until next time, baby. Peace!